Hello, everybody, and welcome to a new podcast here on Arsenal Aura. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a great time wherever you are. My name is Michael, and I'm here to talk about Arsenal. Hello, everybody, and welcome to a brand new game review of Arsenal. Arsenal just drew 2-2 with PSV, and when I say just, it happened last night, but I'm recording this today. Given the fact that the first leg finished 7-1 for Arsenal, 7-1. It was 100% that the qualification was done. Arsenal were qualified. It was just a matter of what team would Arteta play and which players, which formation, which tactics, if any change occurred or whatever. It was a very different formation. One of the two center backs, Gabriel and Saliba. Gabriel was chosen to play alongside Kivior. We had Zinchenko in midfield. We had Raheem Sterling. We had Tierney, Miles Lewis-Kelly, Kivior at center half, as I mentioned. So we had basically how many? Kivior, Miles Lewis-Kelly, Zinchenko, Tierney, 4 left backs. I don't think I'm missing anyone, right? We had 4 left backs on the field, which was very interesting to see. I was very interested to see Zinchenko in midfield. I think he has the potential to play there, obviously, because he's versatile. He's a very technical player. He's a left footer, so he can play maybe in the 8th position, maybe even in the 10 position. And Arteta didn't play him there, I don't think ever, or maybe I'm missing something, but he played him last night in midfield, and I think he had a decent game. I think he's definitely an option. He'll probably get sold in the summer, but he would have been a decent option when we needed him, or maybe in the last games that we have, like 10 in the league and a couple of games in the Champions League, however many they are. I think he's a decent option, either to come off the bench or start and play like the first half or something, because he's very secure in possession. He's very technically gifted, so there's a lot of positives and benefits that you can get from playing him in midfield. And it wasn't long until he opened the score. I think he scored in the 6th minute, I think. It was a great goal, and I was happy. I was content that Raheem Sterling had a contribution, right? He held the ball well, and I think he passed the ball to Zinchenko, and surprise, if you shoot, you might have a chance to score. It was a shot from outside the box, right outside the D, and very well placed. It kind of reminded me a little bit of the left leg of Van Persie, right? The way he struck the ball and the way the ball went in the side netting. 1-0 to the Arsenal. Again, a bright start. If PSV players or fans or whoever thought that an early goal for PSV might give them a little bit of wings in this game, and they probably played for a win and to show that the first leg was a one-off. But the fact that Arsenal got the first goal in the 6th minute, I think it was very. It should have been very demoralizing for PSV, and to be completely honest, taking a look at how the whole game unfolded afterwards, it didn't seem they were too phased about it, to be completely honest. I think we had another chance through Miles Lewis Kelly, who hit the bar through the keeper's legs after he was sent almost one-on-one with the keeper, but then he got pushed over in the box. I don't know. It's probably more than 60-70% that it wasn't a penalty, but you definitely saw that given. And after what interesting game, to say the least, the keeper, the referee had, you might have thought that he might have given a penalty for that, but no, it wasn't the case. So it was then closer to the 40th minute. I think it was in the 38th or 39th minute. Rice scored a goal, a header from inside the box. It was an excellent play from Sterling again. Excellent play, excellent cross. He beat his man one-on-one on the right-hand side, crossed, and a good header from Declan Rice. And then later on, I think two more minutes into after the goal, in the 42nd minute, it was a huge miss from Raheem. He was sent one-on-one with the keeper. He tried a dinked finish. I think that would have made him a world of good. He had a decent game, but given the fact that his previous games were very, very bad. He didn't manage to do anything in those other games, but we were relying on him so much because we didn't have another attacker, as our injury crisis is already well known and well documented and spoken of and whatever. He had you can say his best game for Arsenal, but the other ones were so bad that it doesn't really make a difference. It would have been a nice goal if he would have managed to dink that, but I don't know, when you're so low on confidence, do you go for the dink, or it was just maybe instinct? I don't know. He missed, or the keeper saved, and we went 2-1 at halftime. I forgot to say that sandwiched between Zinchenko and Rice's goals, we had a goal scored by Perisic in the 80th minute, I think. A very, very good finish by Perisic. So, we went 2-1 at the break. And afterwards, there were a couple of changes. I think Calafiori came on, and Trossard. I think those two were the first changes. And in the 68th minute, you had Calafiori sent again one-on-one with the keeper, and he shot straight at the keeper. It was excellent play from Lewis Kelly again. But you can see the nature, the attacking nature of Calafiori, although he is a left back. So I don't know. He was brought in on a lot of money to play as a left back. He is very, very pushy on the attacking side of things. So I don't know if that's a positive or not. It depends. But I think you need to play Calafiori in a very specific type of game. And Lewis Skelly, he's definitely, although he's 18, he's definitely much better than Calafiori defensively. That's just my opinion. And then 2 minutes later, in the 70th minute, it was a PSV goal. It was 2-2. A lobbed goal. It was, to be honest, it was a great finish, but it was a very big mistake by Jorginho, who Jorginho yesterday, I thought he had, I don't know, should I say indifferent game or bad game? I don't think he played badly. He just wasn't himself. You expect more, like the level of experience that he has across all competitions, right? Especially in the Champions League. He played poorly, and he gave the ball away in midfield, and he sent basically he opened the path for that lobbed goal, which again, it was a great finish. But it started from the playing out from the back with David Raya, playing high risk, high reward. Raya passed the ball to Kivior, who under pressure passed it to Jorginho. I don't know if that was the best option, because Jorginho was a little bit under pressure and he lost it in midfield. So yeah, a lot of talk about the second goal of PSV, which meant nothing, basically. It meant that the game finished in a draw, right? And then, there were a couple of more actions. I won't go through the game, to each phase. Odegaard came on Martinelli as well to get some minutes. And I think in the 91st minute, Sterling had a nice phase, a nice interplay with Odegaard. But to be completely honest, Sterling, he had a decent game. He finished the game with 2 assists and a yellow card for a totally reckless challenge I think it was the last minute of extra time. So it was 2-2, and you're looking at you're already qualified. There's absolutely no chance. I don't know, he had a brain freeze moment. He probably was a little bit frustrated for not scoring, but he had a decent game. There was absolutely no reason to make that reckless challenge and get a yellow card. Now he's suspended for the first leg of the Real Madrid game. To be completely honest, I don't think he would have started. I don't even think he would have come on off the bench, because, as you all know, in the Man United game, Tierney came on as a left winger instead of Raheem Sterling. So that shows you a little bit where Arteta sees Raheem as an option. But still, it was a stupid yellow card to concede right in the last minute, and the game was done. Any different game, no stakes. Just put some minutes into the players that haven't had a chance to play a lot. Speaking of which, Butler Oedeji didn't come on. 7-1 in the first leg, and this one finished 9-3 aggregate. You don't bring him on, I think. I don't know. At one point, I don't remember exactly the game. I think the Leicester game, right? He came on, right? He was being prepped to be thrown on the field with 5 minutes to go, and the ball just didn't got out of play for those 5 minutes, and he only entered for like 10, 20, 30 seconds, something like that. He never got a chance to touch the ball, but I don't know exactly. Arteta has to know better, but giving the very, very low, like inexistent stakes on this game, the importance of the game, not bringing him on needs to, definitely show something or tell us something about it. So we don't expect him to play, I don't know, until the end of the season, but that's another story. Really happy with Ben White that he got some minutes, as I think that, some formation, some sort of change in formation or in personality, if you will, I would play Ben White right back and Timber left back, to be honest. I know this was an experiment that Arteta played or tried in a couple of games prior to Timber's ACL injury, and we were all surprised because Timber is a right back, so we were surprised, and everybody was talking about the obsession that Arteta has with inverted players. and Timber was one of them. So what do you guys think? Do you guys would like to see a combo of Ben White on the right hand side of the defense and Timber on the left hand side? I would definitely want to see that. Although with the emergence of Miles Lewis-Kelly, now you have a very solid option. He's still young, he's still raw at 18, so you might want to go with a little bit more experience in White and in Timber. But a very interesting problem to have, if you will, given the fact that White was out for a couple of months. So this game finished. Then I switched to the other, to the game that would show us who would we play, and it's Real Madrid, as you guys probably know already. There's a lot of debate prior to finding out who is the next opponent in the Champions League for us. There's a lot of debate about Real Madrid or Atletico Madrid. A lot of people saying, we want Real Madrid because they're a huge attacking threat, but you're able to play openly against them, right? Because they're attacking and whatever else. Atletico, they're playing with a low block, and Diego Simeone is a maniac with that, so he sets his team and he has the right personnel to do that. So obviously you're thinking that divided opinions. I don't know, both teams are premium teams, right? They both have pedigree in the Champions League and in La Liga, so it would have been difficult with both of them. Now we got Real Madrid. It will be one hell of a game. Both legs, to be honest. The first leg is at the Emirates. The return leg is at Bernabeu. So let's see. I have very high. I see Carlo Ancelotti as one of the best managers ever. Right, he is and continues to be. Right, he's been for a lot of years. One of the best. He won a lot of trophies, and he still is. I do wonder if Bukayo Saka, I think he's a he's a player that can switch the balance, so he can increase Arsenal's chances of doing something. I would be even courageous enough to say increase the chances of Arsenal to win that game by at least 40-50%, right? I don't know how fit he is. I don't know how fit he will be. I know Arteta was asked about it in a press conference, and he mentioned something that let's see how he is after the international break. I don't think he'll play from the beginning, and I think that should be a sensitive thing to do. Now we have Martinelli back. Hopefully he can stay fit until the games against Real Madrid, because we definitely need all the firepower we can have. And to be honest, the front three of Ranieri, Martinelli, and Trossard would be okay. Don't get me wrong, it's not ideal, but it's better than having Marino, Sterling, and Trossard or Nwaneri, right? You need something, and I think Martinelli, with his pace, and I don't know, I haven't seen a lot of trickery in this season. So I don't know why, because he at first he had that unpredictability, right? Unpredictability of switching sides and doing something. So I think Bukayo Saka will be the surprise player. Let's see how he is. Maybe bring him on as a sub with 15-20 minutes to go in the first leg and play him a little bit more in the second leg. But obviously we need to take in consideration the fact that he had an intervention. He went under the knife. So you need to treat him very carefully. But I can understand, a manager, any manager, even especially Arteta, if he would be inclined to throw him in the mix, in the battle, right? And I'm pretty sure that from Bukayo Saka's perspective, if you look at him, that's a game he wants to be involved. So he might, go and say, hey, I'm feeling good, I'm good, my fitness is good, throw me in a couple of minutes or maybe more. And it's an exciting prospect, Bukayo Saka versus Real Madrid, Arsenal versus Real Madrid, amazing game. Very happy we get Real Madrid. Bayern Munich is a giant, right? And we played them last season, and we were a little bit, let's say, fragile, but we didn't got rolled over 5-1 like in the past, right? So this might be different. I think that the back four are very solid. Fingers crossed for no injuries during the international break. I think the midfield is good, is decent. We need players to step up, right? We need Odegaard to step up. Definitely he needs to step up. Declan Rice, he's an amazing player. He needs to prove, he needs to step up. And we have others, who have this ability. It's very interesting to see who would you get. Would you get a Thomas Partey, who played in La Liga for so many years and so many games, and in the Champions League as well? Which player will show up? Will it be like, the excellent professional Thomas or Rice or Odegaard? It depends, right? We will wait and see. There's still some time to go until those games. Until then, we have Chelsea at the weekend. I think it's on Sunday afternoon. We're playing Chelsea, and that's a very important game in the top four battle. Arsenal are right now they're in second, but they need to consolidate that position, right? They need, I think, for the players' morale and for the fans' morale and for everyone, it would be very, very good if Arsenal managed to finish in second place and not fall, under City or Chelsea or Nottingham Forest, whoever it is. They should keep their position. Let's not look at how many points. I'm not going to look at how many points they are, difference between Arsenal and Liverpool, but I think a second place finish would mean a lot. In the Champions League, again, we have Real Madrid. We'll see how it goes. And these are the two competitions that Arsenal is currently playing. Glad that Martinelli is back. Hopefully he can stay fit. Saka, I have my doubts about the willingness of some people in the Arsenal team or even Arteta, that they might want to bring him a little bit back, given the fact that he brings so much. Think of the right hand side let's and with that I'll finish the discussion about the Real Madrid game. Think about White, Odegaard, and Saka on the right hand side. They can do some damage, and the defense and the midfield, as I mentioned earlier, they're pretty solid. Again, White on the right hand side, Timber on the left, and Saliba and Gabriel midfield. If you play two defensive midfielders in Rice and Thomas Partey, which Arteta definitely will not do, he will play Rice further forward. But if you play two defensive midfielders and Odegaard in front of them, I think that's pretty important. Then you play Trossard, Martinelli, and Nwaneri in front. I mean, that's decent, right? So I think after Chelsea, it's international break for 2 weeks, so there's no more Arsenal. I'll see if I can do some more podcasts talking about various things. The sporting director appointment is not yet confirmed, but it's I think Arsenal are waiting for the right time to make it official, although it is my understanding that it's all done, but they just need to make it public, and we'll see. I think everybody will be nervous and will keep all of their fingers crossed for the Arsenal players to return back home in one piece, and we won't have any more surprises with injuries, because we had enough. So looking forward to that. I'll be back with a podcast after the Chelsea game with my thoughts and opinions on that. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. Thank you so much for listening, for tuning in, for subscribing if you're subscribed. I'll be back in the weekend. Enjoy your end of the week, and be safe, stay happy, stay healthy, and all the best.